Okay, so let's review. Let's study the geocentric and the heliocentric models of the solar system. Okay, geo means Earth. So geocentric would mean Earth-centered. So we have the model of the solar system that has the Earth in the middle. This is what they used to believe hundreds of years ago. A scientist named Ptolemy, Ptolemy, Ptolemy is the one who wrote a book and drew pictures and tried to explain how the geocentric system would work. So here we have the model of the geocentric solar system, okay? And as we can see right here in the geocentric model of the solar system, the Earth is in the middle. They used to believe that everything orbited around the Earth. Because, you know, if you think about it, the Earth does not feel like it's moving, but yet it looks like the sun is going up, comes up in the east and goes down in the west. So it looks like the sun's going around the Earth. But today we know this isn't true. But 500, 600 years ago, they didn't know this. 2,000 years ago, a guy named Ptolemy wrote a book and drew some pictures and everything, and he explained the geocentric model of the solar system. Ptolemy explained the geocentric model of the solar system. And this, of course, is the heliocentric model of the solar system. In the heliocentric, we know that the sun is in the middle, okay? The sun's in the middle of the solar system. And this was come up with a guy named Copernicus. He wrote a book. He came up with the idea of the heliocentric solar system and even wrote a book. But remember, he was afraid to publish it until he was almost dying because he was afraid of the church. But Copernicus wrote a book about the heliocentric, and heliocentric means sun-centered, okay? Sun-centered, okay? And I like to think of the sun is hot, hot, hot. So hot and helio both start with an H, okay? Heliocentric is hot in the middle. Now, an Italian scientist by the name of Galileo read the book that Copernicus had written about the heliocentric model of the solar system. So Galileo read this book by Copernicus, and he really believed in it. He said, yes, that's how the solar system's got to work. He said, now if I could only prove it. So Galileo wanted to prove that the heliocentric was right. He found out about telescopes. He built a telescope. He actually built his own telescope, and he was the first person ever to use a telescope to study the sky. Galileo used a telescope and he proved that the heliocentric model of the solar system was correct. Okay, so to review, we have the geocentric model of the solar system, which has the Earth in the middle, and this was come up with by a man named Ptolemy. He wrote a book, drew some pictures, and he said that everything orbited around the Earth. That the Earth was the center of this universe. Many, many hundreds of years later, a man named Copernicus came up with the idea of the heliocentric solar system. In the heliocentric, we have the sun in the middle. Okay?